What's up, everyone? A quick trading recap for my day today, and another nice day. Nice day to start a week off with. 2 wins, pretty much within an hour of the open, and yeah, so far so good. These inside-outside bars. First trade, I was a little cautious about. We had an outside bar here, so engulfing the previous bar. And to be honest, I was ready to take this one short. We had this big push down here, and I felt at the time we would get another push down, maybe two matching legs. However, this bar opened and finished really strong, and I got in long just above this outside bar. Got 5 points of slippage, which would have been an issue had I been going for 30 points, because I got 20 point scalp. I went for 20 points. ATR was a bit low at this time, and I like going for 30 points if ATR's very high. Well, 40 points more or less, 35, 40 points, but at this point, ATR was just a little over 30. And had been, around high 20s, low 30s. So at that point, I was okay just going for the 20 points. And yeah, good decision because we would have got 25 easily, but then there was rejection of the EMA, and this would have been a very slow, painful loss had I went for anything more. So a good decision there. But yeah, the context here to go long is not as strong here. Currently still just taking any break of the outside-inside bars. It's working for now, but I need to maybe add some context here. Context here, you could argue this is really strong bullish momentum. Might have taken out these lows here. We might be going higher, especially given how this market recently has just not stopped rocketing to the upside. But yeah, we had enough just for our scalp, which is good enough. So after that, I start to look for other entries. And the second trade had much better context. And I actually took it on the 2-minute chart. And it was this candle here. So I'll zoom in a little. So I was looking at this point for maybe a potential outside bar because this one opened here, came up and started to reverse. And looking at the chart, we were rejecting now the 20 EMA consecutive times. It is a little sideways, but I did feel we might get another leg down given this open and how we were rejecting this EMA. I use the 20 EMA because that's one L. Brooks uses, so I assume it must mean something. But in any case, I think the context was nice on the 2-minute chart because we have like a range high here. We can see the sideways action, but we have a range high here. And this is almost like a second entry short. We have a one leg up, a break here, go higher, and it comes back down. So Mac and Thomas Wade, the way they count second entries, that might be considered like a second entry short. Or maybe just an L1 entry of L. Brooks. But in any case, range highs here. We've rejected this 20 EMA multiple times, tried to break above, and this finished really strongly bearish. I entered a tick below here, and again looking for 20 points. And as you can see, we got that on the next bar, or on the entry bar. Really nice quick trade, that one, and in comparison to the first trade, context, I think, was more on my side here. Sideways, but EMA rejecting plus in the 2-minute chart. Second entry short, or L1, L. Brooks entry, and looking for another leg down. And I think here, because this, I essentially get ticked out and then this bar closes And now we've got the 5 minute outside bar. And after 2 trades, I wanted to just follow the rules I put in place, even though it's an eval, trying to just stick to a process. So I decided to shut things down and take my dog for a walk. But there is that part of me that thinks, well, it's just an eval, I'll take the next trade that sets up. If it sets up so quickly, that would have been another winner, but yeah, it's hindsight's 2020. It's really easy to say that now, but how would I reacted if I just had a winner, jumped into another trade, breaking the rule of shutting down after 2 wins and then taking a big loss? How would I reacted? Is a question I need to ask myself, and I think I did tell myself to take these evals slow and steady because I was just burning through cash on these evals. Just buy an eval, oversize, blow it. Buy an eval, oversize, blow it. And yeah, I could not keep doing that. So had to take these evals slow and steady. This eval, the Apex one, is 25k, so it's very close to passing, which adds a few, I don't want to say pressure, but it starts to play, your mind starts to play games, mental games. So that's something I need to keep in mind. Can't let that get to me emotionally. Just have to keep trading as I am trading right now. And just have to reinforce again that this is just data collection for a new possible strategy. Been trading this now a week and 2 days, and as you can see, I'm more consistent in the video uploads, more consistent with my trading. So far, so good. Compared to the wreck I was trading Pats recently. But again, just need to reinforce that this is just me collecting data, and it's not the be all and end all. But it has at least, it is at least proving that making changes, making a change to the strategy can be positive if it's done at the right moment. So I really reached a point of enough's enough with Pats for now, and I needed a break doing something else to at least get some confidence back and yeah, some progress. But I do have to keep in mind that it's going very well now, where I've had 7 green days in a row. Even on the days where I've lost trades, I've taken 2 wins, and that's made up for the loss, and I finished green. But I need to keep in mind that a red day will be around the corner. There's going to be the days where I take 2 losses, and it's a negative risk reward strategy, so that's going to hurt. And I really need to keep that in mind and remind myself not to say fuck it after taking 2 losses in a row when it comes. I need to see this progress and yeah, accept that there will be bumps in the road, but if I follow the process, manage risk, then it's just part of the journey. I think it has helped thinking longer term. I think before I was really pushing myself to have a payout yesterday. Like, I need to pass this eval ASAP. I need to get to the payout. I need to make money this month, this week. And I don't find myself doing that recently. I think I'm thinking more long term, 6 months, end the year, and really trying to rein in my goals and objectives. Before, I was just thinking, okay, 20 Apex accounts, $2,000 per account per month, and within 6 months, I'll have enough to buy a house, a ranch in the countryside. It's just, yeah, I can't think like that. I did watch Cami Capital. He's very good YouTube channel. Talking about your freedom number. And honestly, if I could make $1,000 a month, my living costs are covered. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be living a millionaire lifestyle, not going to be going wild in Buenos Aires nightclubs, but going out for my wife with a meal, covering all my costs, go out for enjoying the coffee culture, the cafe culture of Buenos Aires, would be completely fine. And 2K a month, which would be easily, not easily, it would be achievable with multiple accounts, would be very good. And I need to keep that in mind. I can't think of retiring myself in 6 months. I have to think, if I trade small, accept risk, and stick to the strategy, within 6 months, I could have a few accounts, even just 5 PAs, and have enough to live well. And I need to keep that in mind. Slow and steady wins a race. I have to be the turtle, not the hare story. And actually, for now, I prefer NQ to ES. I know a lot of people go the other way. The NQ is too wild, and ES is more predictable, and moves are more clean. However, I prefer the NQ. Maybe it's a 5-minute chart as well. Maybe a combination of the NQ and the 5-minute chart. Maybe it's because I'm just winning just now. Maybe that will change if I lose. But I think with NQ, just aiming for those 10 or now 20 points a day, a few micros, and you can make $200, $300. So for example, Apex eval, I'm using 2 micros. If I get 2 wins in a day at 20 points, it's about 140, I don't know, 150, $160 more or less. Lucid eval, I use 4 evals, 4 micros, and I get $300, or but just above $300 on a day if I win 2 trades. And yeah, on ES with Pats, I needed a mini for that. And as you can see from my videos, it was extremely rare I would get 2 wins in a day, and I would be sitting here for hours. I don't want to shit over Pats again. I don't want to make that habit. But just to say on the NQ, if you get a winning streak to gather, you can see very good progress P&L wise very quickly. But of course, the other side of the coin is if you're on a losing streak, very quickly that account could evaporate. But yeah, so far enjoying NQ, so far enjoying the 5-minute chart. Progress in terms of trading, risk management, or at least respecting a stop, is improving. I still am nervous in trades. That's one thing I need to work on somehow. And quite honestly, I have a nervous tick. When I enter a trade, I will close my blinds. I'm sitting in front of a window, and when I enter a trade, I'll just get up and start to close the blinds. And it's like a nervous tick I have now. And I think it's because I don't want anyone outside looking at me as if I'm nervously walking from one side of a room to the other, or emotionally showing my emotions while in a trade. I feel if I close the blinds, I can react however I want to, but maybe I need to keep the blinds open and force myself to sit not without emotion, or at least more rational in front of my screen when I'm in a trade. Because yeah, the only thing, the outside bars, I took 2 outside bars today, and they've worked well, but they are heavily negative risk reward if you trade it for 20, 30 points. If you trade it 1-to-1, you would have lost on this one 1-to-1, but this one, you could easily have got 1-to-1. Well, easily, you would have got 1-to-1. And I think that would have put you in the green overall. But outside bars can be negative risk reward, so I have to keep in mind that if I take a loss. But for now, win rate's high enough to make up for that. And each day I'm getting enough trades within an hour, hour and a half to be able to end by my midday and go for a walk with my dog. So Yeah, I know it's not always going to be like that, but if it could be, if it could be, that would be perfect. Just wake up, for now teaching some English in the morning, take 2 or 3 trades, and then go for a walk with my dog, an afternoon nap. I live in Argentina, so I like my siestas. And that would be perfect for me. And I just need to tell myself, keep trading like this, accept the good and bad days, and within a few months, that could be life. With a few PA accounts, and hopefully some daily payout accounts, if I can be greedy. And that could be a good life. But again, my focus has to be on accepting the red days, accepting the losses, and keeping emotions in check. Again, good start to the week, and hopefully we'll see more of this performance this week. And if not, I have to look at it as a positive to have that possibility to control my emotions, accept the losses, and accept the red days. Thankfully, so far, haven't had to do that. So thanks again for watching. Hope you had a good day, and see you tomorrow. Peace.